I'm delighted to have been offered this job. There are a few things that I'm really excited about in terms of the opportunity. The first is to create something completely new in the sector. So you're bringing these two amazing businesses together and hopefully creating a proposition for customers that's different, hopefully more digital, easier to interact with, and probably even more customer friendly. And I think there's massive opportunity for us to make a step change in the way that customers perceive the sector and perceive the industry in general. I really like delivering change, and I think there is a roadmap for change for this business in the next 3 to 5 years that's very, very interesting. The first is understanding what's great about both businesses, because both businesses bring immense experience, fantastic sector knowledge, but also they have opportunities, both businesses have opportunities. So looking at both of the businesses, seeing what both of the businesses have in terms of the strengths that they bring and bringing those together to create something new it's a once in a lifetime opportunity actually. And on the back of that, having the opportunity to take the company to market and float it is just really, really exciting. And actually creating a new culture. And people talk about this in a very sort of vague way, but I think culture comes from within. It's the kind of person that you are and the values that you have, and building that culture across a new business is just really exciting. I'm looking forward to that challenge. My approach to business is quite boring really. I'm very analytical, so I like lots of data. I like to think quite a lot to make sure that we make the right decisions. The first thing I think about is what's right for customers always, and I think that's partly my FMCG and retail experience. So I get up in the morning and I think, what am I going to do today that's going to make a difference to customers? What am I going to do that's going to make a difference to my colleagues? And then finally, what's going to make a difference to shareholders? Because I do believe if you get it right for customers and you get it right for the people that work for you, actually you look after your investors and you look after the wider community. And that's the way I sort of approach things. So I'm really looking forward to starting to think about those things. I like to think about the long term. So what do we think the business is going to be like in 3 to 5 years' time? Really start to plan for that and think about that. But I also like to see stuff done. I'm quite driven and results focused. So once we've got a plan, I love to see that plan being delivered and being delivered well. Really enjoy spending time with people. I've been very lucky in my current job to have a lot of people working for me, and going out and spending time with people on the front line I find mesmerising. Customer listening groups, really interesting. Customers tell you what they really think. And wider stakeholders, I think that's going to be very interesting in terms of BEIS, the broader government engagement, and obviously Ofgem. It's going to be very interesting to spend more time with those guys and understand what they see for the industry for the future. I think it's a very, very challenging time to be in this sector. There are a lot of external pressures. The price that consumers are willing to pay for the services that we will provide. There's a big piece of people's income goes on paying for their energy bills. So that's challenging. I think the regulatory environment that we're in is also very challenging. There's a lot of change. I don't think we're the darling of anybody at the moment, but I quite like the fact that there's a lot of challenge there. The opportunities I think are enormous. I said earlier on, bringing the two businesses together I think is a massive opportunity for us. Actually setting an agenda for customers that changes the way that they engage with our sector, I think is something that we could do and be very brave about doing, and that really excites me. And I also think that there are opportunities to take a very strong leadership position here, not just within energy, but within other things that matter to customers within their home. And with the infrastructure that this retail business has, I think there's just a massive opportunity for us to do that and be trusted by customers to do that, and that's really exciting. I'm hoping to start later on this year in the sort of mid to back end of 2018. During the next few months, I'm going to spend some time with the team looking at the opportunity that the merger brings, really thinking about what we might do so we can hit the ground running. I'm also working to help recruit some of the senior management team. We obviously need to appoint a new board, we'll need a new chairman, we'll need a new CFO and a new executive team. And I'm hoping that many of those positions will be filled from the current teams that we have in the business going forward. My role isn't to run the two current businesses. So SSE and npower will continue to operate separately, but I'll be with the clean team working through what the opportunities are and what that looks like. And I hope, if I'm allowed, to get around and see as much of the operation as I can and talk to some customers and start to meet some key people.